And this is Eva Clark of Mind-Based Healing, and I'm here with Katherine Zimmerman of Trance Time in San Diego. And this is the third of our series on visual imagery, guided imagery, self-hypnosis. There's many different ways of talking about using the mind and visualizations to help stimulate the body into health. And today we're going to work on a very different angle. We've been working with the control room, with looking at goals, and today we're going to work with the future. So I'm going to pass the baton, the mic, to Katherine.
Well, and as we were speaking about just a little while ago, I think everybody can agree that hindsight is 20/20. So think about it. How often have you wished that you could go back and give your younger self advice? I certainly have. So future life progression takes away the uncertainty because you can make your decision after seeing the possible outcomes. Because the future it isn't set in stone.
Exactly. And I want everybody to really listen to this. The future is not set in stone. Many of my clients, the day they get diagnosed with MS, they're told, well, get used to it because in 10 years, you'll probably be in a wheelchair. And that is not necessarily true. Even in the research, which have studied the progression of MS, 1 in 5 will be totally wheelchair or bedridden, and 1 in 5 will be either intermittent wheelchair or cane or some kind of help. But that does not mean that everybody, and those that are listening here, will end up in a wheelchair. That is actually less than half. 2 in 5 will have struggles with mobility, not necessarily ending up in a wheelchair though.
And if 2 in 5 have that potential outcome, 3 in 5 do not.
Exactly. Yeah. And depending on what you do, continuing the same thing and hoping for a difference, as they said, right, is lunacy. And making changes and looking at your life and looking at your diet and looking at your stress and looking at family issues and saying, hey, life is telling me this is not a good way, not a good path. And so looking at those futures and deciding which is going to move me into a healthful path.
Yeah, I think it's so encouraging and inspiring to visit that future self who's doing well, find out what they did, visit that body, live in it for a few minutes and say, oh, I want this. Then I think the commitment is so much easier.
Yeah.
To do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We all deserve that. I don't want a partial life. I know you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So how about if we do a little relaxation
and
make some changes right now?
Yes, please.
Right, so let's just go ahead and get comfortable. You can let those eyes close when you're ready. And imagine or sense or pretend that there's a candle about 3 feet in front of you. It's a long, white, perfectly straight candlestick with a bright flame on top of it. Look at the flame with a firm but comfortable gaze. See if you can find the brightest spot within the flame, the brilliant light at the center, right at the tip of the wick. Focus your attention on that bright spot and keep your attention right there. Look more deeply into the light with each breath. See if you can find the center of the flame that does not flicker. If your mind wanders to something else, gently bring it back to that bright, calm center. Keep looking into the center of the flame. Now mentally bring that flame into the center of your forehead, right between your eyebrows. As you locate it there, feel waves of light emanating from the center, filling your entire head with a serene and peaceful warmth. Feel how the energy from this light restores within you a sense of well-being. When your head is completely filled with light, bring the flame down into your chest and place it in the center of your heart. Let the light expand, pouring through your entire torso, completely filling all your organs with radiant energy. Let the light go into every space. Feel the warmth and completeness of this beautiful light. Now let this relaxing light continue to pour through your arms, flowing all the way to your hands and your fingertips. Feel this beautiful light pour on down through your legs and into your feet. When your entire body is filled with light, send a wave of relaxation from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Imagine now that you're in a hallway of a grand old house, a beautiful, stately home. Look around at the splendor, the beautiful floors and chandeliers. The sun is streaming in through the window. You might see it. You might sense it. You might know what that would look like. Walk over now to the window and notice that the sun is shining in through the French doors. Just walk up and open those doors. As you step outside, you find yourself on a terrace. You can feel the warmth of the sun. The air is so clean. And with each breath you take, you relax more deeply. There are steps leading down from the terrace. Before you walk down the steps, set aside all your current thoughts and feelings. You can leave them there on the terrace. And simply concentrate on what you need to know in order to improve your health. Put everything aside as you focus totally on this one request. Notice how easily you can go deep within yourself and find the answers that you need, because deep inside, you already have the knowledge. It's within you. Breathe the clean, fresh air and enjoy a sense of peace and well-being. Now take a look at those steps or perhaps a gently sloping ramp. Really look at them. A butterfly has landed a little ways down, over there to the edge. There's grass growing through the little cracks in the steps or the ramp. But you know you're perfectly safe, and you have a sense of peace as you move along these steps or this ramp. That's it. There's a bench down at the bottom. Go ahead and sit down on the bench. It's there just for you. There's a wall in front of you with a door representing a time in your future when you are enjoying improved health. So exciting to see that door. Walk toward the door now. Turn the handle and walk inside. Take in your surroundings, using all your senses. See or sense or know that your future healthier self is in that room. Notice what's changed in your body. Take in all the images and feelings that come to you in the silence. If your health is right where you want it, notice what choices helped you arrive at this point. If you're not as healthy as you want, take a look again at the choices you made that led you to this outcome in the silence. If that future you is vibrating with tremendous health, step inside that future body. Feel what that future you feels. Feel that vibrant health flowing from top to bottom, side to side, front to back, every cell healthy, able to do activities, able to enjoy your life. I'll give you a few more moments in case you'd really like to step into that future you and get that sense of health from the inside. Go ahead and do that now if you'd like. And when you're ready, step out of your healthy future body. Thank the future you for sharing. And find out if that future you has any other advice, any other wisdom to share. Just listen. You may be shown images. You may hear words. You may just know. You can leave this room now, going back into the courtyard, and sit on that bench. Review the information from your future self. Think about the advice that you've received. Sit quietly with this new information and allow yourself to simply enjoy this clear space. Now, as you're ready, Come back up that ramp or those stairs. Walk back into that beautiful, stately mansion, crossing the hall, going out the front door. And as you're ready, become aware of your physical body again. This beautiful light that started your journey, well, it's yours to keep. So go ahead and draw that light into your body and take it with you. Gradually notice your head, your torso, arms and legs. Notice the position of your fingers and toes. Feel the texture of the chair. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes and readjust yourself to your room.
All right, coming fully back.
That's right, all the way back, feeling wonderfully refreshed, full of energy,
Stretching.
alert, and rested.
I can imagine going there daily and having more conversations with her and learning more what I need to know now.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much time, and I would imagine you got a fair amount of information in that brief visit. Future life progression, I will go out 5 years and 10 years, and then if there's a desire, then I will have them go to a life beyond this life.
Having an awareness of that and that possibility can actually bring it closer to the now, not having to wait 5 years.
Oh, it does. It absolutely accelerates it. Subconscious isn't going to say, let's count that off, because it doesn't do time. That's why we fit the word now into our suggestions. This is happening for us now. It's happening effortlessly and easily because the subconscious says, well, let's just make that happen because there's only now in the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it does definitely. If you see something out in 5 years, you'll probably manifest it in your real life in more like 6 months to a year. Depends on the choices you make based on the information you receive.
Well, thank you for helping me with this series. I hope
You're
it
very welcome.
stimulates and motivates, and thank you.
You're welcome. This has been fun.